Welcome. It's your boy Carcino here, representing Carcino for Life. That's my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell, all of those wonderful things. And as we get to this topic, wow. It's like when it rains, it pours. What you're looking at is the smiling man who goes by the name of Mike Jeffries. Mike Jeffries was arrested on charges of trafficking. Now, a lot of people are saying a lot of different things about this. And it's kind of crazy to me because the smiling man who's sitting there with his teeth grinning and everybody looking at him and staring him down, nobody seemed to be talking about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room was why now? I mean, why now? So we're going to get into all of that. So let's drop the intro.
Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world. And I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Now, there's no shock here. No shock. The information they got on this guy, they got him dead to rights. And they got all of these guys that they know are dirtier than the South. Now, here's the elephant in the room. Everybody who's looking at this former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, his romantic partner, and a third man was arrested, luring dozens of men into rainbow parties held around the world, promising a modeling of clothes for them and a retaining contract for them. So Mike Jeffries' male buddy Matthew Smith and their employee James Jacobson, not the one that owns the Daily Bugle, Jacobson there, no, not him. Now they had an international SA ring going on and a male prost business going on from 2008 to 2015. And with Jeffrey's status and wealth and the web of household staffers he had to fulfill all their desires and keeping it all secret, how could this just be news today? Because you've already known about this man. Why you want to go after this man now, New York? Now, here's another thing. See, the lawsuits that was made, like, from the media, you know, they're saying young people said that Jeffries promised them modeling careers. Young people. And no, let me clear this up, y'all. Justin Bieber isn't involved in this situation. Let me clear that. They said Bieber's was in it. No. Let me clear this up. Because see, this is what the internet does. The internet goes ahead and starts creating these narratives. Please don't come in here with nothing that academics and somebody else then said. Please don't. We'll get to that. But this is what I'm talking about with the misinformation and the disinformation that's coming in from all of these other sources who are poor at delivering information. Oh yeah, they're screwing it all up for all the parties involved. Now, let's get it going once again. And let's see if we can get it done correctly this time. Because what I'm starting to see here is that there's a trend and people are starting to follow this poor trend that is being set right now. And the poor trend that is out here that's trafficking around the world and going around and surfacing over and over again is the fact that this man right here who has been arrested for these crimes or whatever, and y'all saying it's Jeffrey Bieber and all of that. No, Mike Jeffries has a lawyer. His name is Brian Bieber. Okay? Brian Bieber is the lawyer of Mike Jeffries. No relation to Justin Bieber. This is why people are mixing things up and messing up what's actually going on with fantasy. Now, responding to the allegations in the indictment, which is unsealed now, and when appropriate, a plan to do so they will. They're going to fight in the courthouse and not the media. Right? That's what they decided to do. So Jeffrey and Smith was arrested in Florida, and they're going to make their court appearance on Tuesday. Now, here's the kicker. That man that you're looking at right there, Mike Jeffries, all the stuff they got on him in that document, more pages than they had on Diddy. He's got bail. He got bond immediately. $10 million bond right out of jail. But Diddy's got to stay in jail? Wow. He's smiling coming out the courtroom. They've been known about this guy. You think the federal government just found out about him? He was let go for Abercrombie and Fitch as their CEO. They made him step down years ago because they knew all of this was coming. No, because of the way they're going after Diddy, they had to go grab a white guy just so they could say, we ain't bigoted. And now they're going to make it look and appear as if Diddy gave him up. When there's no evidence in the paperwork, in the actual lawsuit that said Diddy gave him up. You see how they operate? You see how the lies they illustrate come full circle? This is what they do. Misdirection all the time. So you can never get the truth or any honesty because these people are often going to come with all of the nonsense and all the salaciousness and everybody on YouTube creating something crazy just so you can come click and say, hey, look at me. That's the agenda. They don't want no one in that position to ever be able to say, oh, well, it's looking like we're just ganging up on a black man, a successful black man. Now we got to take down another multi-million-dollar white guy to make it look good. Why is this white guy going home? Look, no cuffs on him, nothing. But he goes home without any problems. But Diddy, he's a threat to society. This dude is charged with international traffic. That's international, dog. If y'all sit here blindly looking at this and talking about somebody defending Diddy, why is Diddy in jail and this man is out? That don't make any sense to you? That makes sense to you? It does not. But what this man is charged with? Are you kidding me? He had a whole criminal ring with co-defendants. Diddy had 14 pages. This guy got 21 pages. Okay? They got misconduct allegations, SA. They said Mike Jeffries promised them modeling work and pressured them into doing sexual acts. So Smith and Jeffries, they are due to make an appearance in court Tuesday afternoon in West Palm Beach, Florida. Jacobson was arrested in Wisconsin and due in court in St. Paul, Minnesota. So Tuesday afternoon, they were going to hold a news conference. Jeffries and Smith and Jacobson are all charged with the SA trafficking and interstate prost. And you know what prost is. You can add the tuition to it on your own. After the indictment, they paid for dozens of men to travel within the United States and to international waters to engage in a commercial freak-off with them and other men in New York and in hotels in England, France, Italy, Morocco, and the St. Barts. Damn, was Drake there? The indictment describes these big encounters they had when they recruited men, and they said they were giving lubricants, some drugs, some condoms, some costumes, some sex toys, and sometimes they had penile injections so that they can last longer. Yeah. And you think Diddy's situation is worse than this? And this man walked right out of jail, right back in his house, paid $10 million, and went home. Paid $10 million and went to the crib like it was nothing. And y'all telling me y'all don't see nothing wrong with that? So now what's next? They gonna get old Mike Jeffries to go make up something about Diddy being there? Since y'all tried to say, oh, well, Diddy gave him up. If Diddy gave him up, then Diddy will be getting home. Diddy will be at home right now. Why would Diddy have to give him up? They already have this information on them. They didn't just discover this information. They've had all this information on this guy for years. This is not new news about him. They have brought up allegations about this man for years. That's why he was asked to step down. Way before there was a Diddy case, this guy's case was everywhere. Like Savoir Faire, he's everywhere. But now they got to give him the perk walk and put him on blast because they got Diddy and they don't want to look like bigots. This is all a big show to try to make an appearance of, well, we want this to look like something that it isn't. Well, what is it? That's what we want to know. There have been so many times people have come up and said different things to different people, no matter what they feel it is or how they think it's going to affect somebody else. Yeah, well, that's the thing. And all they gonna do is bring up Diddy. But the part that make it stick to me is that every day they're gonna keep charging Diddy with civil suits, unnamed people in the civil suit, not trying to give Diddy a fair trial at all. It's nuts. Well, he should be, but you never know. Right. Are they running Abercrombie and Fitch into the ground? Nope. They ain't killing their image like they did Diddy. They want to appear like they want justice. Yep. Exactly what they doing. You see? This just shows how bigoted they are. If you want bigotry, look at this. They all about it. It's always bigger than Diddy. First off, a black man is not going to be responsible and be the face of everything negative in the world when they own the 1% of the wealthy. They're not black people. So how come all the iniquities and problems that go on in the world, they want to put a black face on it? This is the problem. This man don't know his left from his right, but he's not worried. Does he look like a man that's worried about what's about to happen to him? That man don't look worried about anything. That man look like he's getting ready for dinner. When they keep trying to force something down your throat to try to make a case and make a point, that's when you got to pay attention and say, why are y'all trying to overkill so much on Diddy and not give him a fair trial? When you know he's been wrongly accused and wrongly and victimized and came out on him. And academics and these other clowns trying to say Diddy ratted him out. In the case, Diddy's name is not mentioned at all. He wouldn't have to rat this man out. They already had this guy. Oh, it's an investigation. They got stuff going all the way back to 2005. They had already had this stuff on this man. If Diddy ratted him out, Diddy wouldn't be fighting the case. He would have cut a deal. Did you see Diddy cutting a deal? No. So he didn't rat nobody out. They had this guy already. That's why Abercrombie and Fitch dropped the guy. They tried to blame it on sales. They said, well, our quarter is not doing what it used to do. Bullshit. You guys got a bond. They got a whole damn hedge fund, whatever, running that whole company. You're not losing any money. The company already rebound anyway. They just wanted to get rid of him. And guess what? It's still stuck to you because all of his crimes and that he was doing was while he was with your company, allegedly. That's what he's being charged of. So, this man, they have all this evidence on him. We haven't heard of anything about Diddy except for people coming up with crazy stories and they got a photo of, look, there's a picture of Diddy standing next to a guy. It's like, what? Please. That's why I stopped even talking about the Diddy situation because it was nothing new. It was just more craziness. Now, everybody else can go nuts. Let them go nuts. They're getting their views off of it, so they just milking it. And they just going crazy. Let them go crazy. I'm just not here finna tell y'all lies. I can't do that. I can't sit here and glorify all this nonsense when real stuff is going on. There's bigger people than this guy. If you on my Patreon, I done already told you who the people are. I've already told you who the people are. You got sheiks involved in all of this. And they are not saying a word about it. Now, here's the news. Because I want it to be crystal clear. I need it to be crystal clear here. Well, you got to join the Patreon and then you will know. He's like, tell us. We've already told you the Patreon don't lie. But see, here's another thing. Lying is what's been going on in this trial with the Diddy case and all these crazy civil cases. The charges are so out of this world crazy. From remote control usage to everything. It's just been nuts. And they keep so much nonsense going. Have the charges ever changed to get to Diddy? Have they added any new people to the case? The charges are still the same. Diddy has still been charged with the same 3 charges. They haven't added anything new to the case. They haven't done anything other than interviewing people, trading salacious information to try to build a case up off of rhetoric. And it's only getting worse. people keep coming up with new ways and new ideas to just strip people's identity and try to take everything they built and reduce it to rubbles. Oh yeah, that's what they're doing. Now, everybody can say what they want to say. At the end of the day, they can say, you're wrong, it's not that, it's this. It's this is not what you trying to make it out to be, and you just doing this because you like Diddy. It's not about that. It's about going after the real people, and they won't do it. They won't do it. You know why? Because they scared to this day. Diddy's got to be their poster boy. They want him to be the guy they go after. This is why it don't make any sense to me. Why they take this angle and this level. They push the narratives. They don't want anybody else no, because they don't want people in there. When Diddy was arrested and the whole raid, the key informants, everything. The two women that was trying to set him up was a bunch of hoes that used to work for Diddy. And the girl that used to work for Kanye West, they nothing but hoes. We showed you that on the Patreon. They are hoes. This is why I never like any of these people when they start talking about all these other crimes, the new development, this guy here, that guy there. Now, before Diddy was arrested, as I told y'all, this is the island right here. So those guys like Mike Jeffries and those guys, they go here. As you see here on my Patreon, I showed you this island that they go to. It's all men that work there. Men. You see these two guys here? They own the island. They run it. You can't get on that island unless they give you okay to get on there. You have to be approved. They have their own hospital for their plastic surgeries, everything. That's what this place is. There's sheiks involved in this. They fund money for this craziness. This thing is bigger, and it always has been bigger than Diddy. And we told y'all about this 5 months ago. So when you're on the Patreon, you already know. Now, everybody seemed to want to question everything that we talk about and we brought to the table. We've been covering all of this on the Patreon since it started. So those narratives that they try to run don't work on us because we already seen it. We told y'all what it was gonna look like. We did. Now, everybody wants to push a narrative that, oh, if you talk bad about Diddy, your views will go up. Have you noticed that? Anybody talking bad about Diddy, your views are going to go up. Anybody saying, hey, I think something's wrong here, they're going to come after him. Straight like that. Now, this is a video y'all didn't see. Only on the Patreon is here. These are the two women. Well, the one woman, the other girl supported her, made a video saying, I was a victim by Diddy, and the lights went out, Diddy and Kanye and my friend too, who was a manager of Kanye West. These two girls, LP and Nikki, both of them are in cahoots, and all they wanted to do was sleep with rappers and get on. This is what they do. These are one of them's married now and on a farm, but this is what they do. And we're supposed to believe them. We're supposed to believe these two women right here. They were taken advantage of. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't be this slow. I like that. Carcino the legend. Oh, yeah. See, on the Patreon, it's more live. So make sure y'all join the Patreon so y'all can hear and get the truth of that story right there. Because that's on the Patreon. So you need to hear that. Yeah. Can't show y'all too much more here. Now, as my grandfather would say, that's what they get. Mess around with them white girls. That's what they get. They don't care. That's why. Right. Somebody offered them a bag for it. You know, a lawyer called and try to get you, like they tried to get me to roll over on R. Kelly. All of it. They didn't want to hear about none of it. That guy, Brendan Paul, the Syracuse former basketball player, who they called the Mule, because the dude was just an addict. Absolutely. There's a secret world you didn't know about. I told you in December of last year. December of last year. See, look at the Patreon. The secret world they don't tell you about. You see what's happening there? You see the girls there? You see how they lined up? And the woman is there, sitting down. She's doing the audition for these women. Do you know why this is here? These people act like this doesn't happen right in front of their face. They know there's way bigger people than this. This is a whole operation that's been going on for years. Diddy is not going to be the face of it. That's how ridiculous it is. Columbus Short said Diddy tried to get him also. Right. We was down here for all of this. Covering it on the Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, you would understand all of this. Yep, more information on the Diddy lawsuits back then. Diddy in 2 more cases. This is November of 2023. The Uncut Freak Off live stream. This is in November 18th of 2023. He hadn't been charged with anything yet. There was no raid, no nothing. We had the Uncut Freak Off live stream. Clive Davis wants Jaguar right to be committed for life. The killing of Kim Porter. We told that. We just gave that to y'all now. Al B. Sure was diagnosed with a terminal illness and bounced back. I told people why Tupac guards went armed. Here's why Gene Deal was fired by Bad Boy. Tupac's life insurance policy had nothing to do with Suge Knight. And there it is right there. Had nothing to do with Suge Knight. Tupac had a life insurance policy right there. Signed by Tupac, everything. Suge Knight was trying for a major power move and got blocked. Now, Giselle or Ghislaine Maxwell is on the ones, is the what's that saying? The only one that should be worried. I don't know how that came about. This was the list of all these people that was caught in this lawsuit with the Latham family, right? Giving y'all a little hint right there. Jay-Z's name on this list. Harvey Weinstein, the 1953 trust. So they put the whole thing in there. Richard Kahn, the Weinsteins, Miramax, the Walt Disney Company, Def Jam Recordings, Rock Nation LLC, UMG, Beyonce Knowles, Kanye West, Terrence Thornton, which is Pusha T, Black Cube Headquarters, Dwayne Carter, Lil Wayne, Young Money, Good Money. It's a long list, buddy. We got the court documents right here too. So, look, Jay-Z talked Diddy out of working with the game. See, Diddy was hanging with the game. Remember the game told you for 3 years? Jay-Z put an end to that. He told Diddy get away from the game because the game was coming after him. But we got the video to show you why all of this went down. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't understand what we talk about on here is real stuff that's been going on that you've been asleep at the wheel about. So y'all need to join the Carsino for Life Patreon. That dude was out on bail faster than he went in. Diddy and Mace was supposed to be where Kanye went. Yeah, he said Mace was supposed to be where Kanye went to. This is what Kanye was going to be, the new Mace. That was his new running buddy. He was trying to be like Puff. And Kanye was way more freakier than Diddy. Trust me. Why you think they going after him? This is in 2021. I told you about this in 2021. Kanye took Diddy's idea to make a famous bed scene. Remember Diddy in the big bed that he had all the celebrities on? And Kanye West did that and had the wax figures out there in the bed with Trump and all them all lined up. So that's just to show you some of the stuff that's going on right now on the Patreon. Now we're going to talk a lot of business. Yeah, a lot of business in the situation. Yeah, I mean, I told y'all way back in the day what was happening. Oh, of course, nobody was saying that but me. This dude came in and was out. He was in and out of jail so quick. Oh, you want to see some other stuff on the Patreon that'll blow your mind that I talked about before? Let's go back to 2020. January of 2020, back when I first started. This is when I first was doing Patreon. This is probably like one of my first or second videos I've ever done on Patreon. What it said, exclusive. Diddy was pimping out Ashanti. That video is on there, and that's from 2020. So don't tell me we ain't been talking about Diddy. We've been knowing this, and we know more than you ever imagined. But this is what we told you. She was with it. All these women were with it. He was help managing her career. That's why I stayed quiet on a lot of this, because I'm not trying to be in no damn trial. That's what I'm saying. What was going on was these women wanted this. They want to get a bag. So make sure y'all check out the Patreon, subscribe, and then all you gotta do is type Diddy into the search and then hit the button and then it'll take you to everything Diddy. So we know what we've been doing over there, and we've been covering everything. We didn't run from nothing. We've been covering it as it goes. So yeah, they late to the story. They only know the news when it hits CNN or Fox. We've been knowing this for years, okay? We know the people involved, parties, all of it. So when everybody else just talking, that's why I told you, I don't get caught up into the stuff they doing for the hits and views. That's what they doing. They just doing clickbait. I ain't got time for that. I ain't got a clickbait. All right, Macmillan, he didn't seen it all. Macmillan, like, I'm glad I'm VIP on Patreon. Right, so you don't miss nothing. Diddy's a freaky man, yeah. So is all of Hollywood. You gonna lock up Hollywood? These women didn't want to go with it. Yeah, right. You kidding? Women were begging. And they was at the Jay-Z brunch begging for people to pay money. They were saying 2 for 1 at the Jay-Z brunch. I played that for y'all. Jay Blizzy, what part that you don't get? Agree to disagree. What's the agree to disagree about? Right, exactly. You know, there's stuff on that Patreon that's for real. So that's why they've been over here having a hard time dealing with me. How do you get on the Patreon? I just see boxing stuff. What? The Patreon is Casino for life. All you gotta do is go to the Patreon app. Go to patreon.com or get the app, which is easier if you got the app. And just go to Casino for life. It don't get no simpler than that. Yeah, I gotta get ready for the game. See, I got my line in now. I got my Nas. I got my 96 Nas going. Yeah. Wavy head, chip tooth. Gary Big Heat, wavy head, chip teeth. Up in the ND. Casino clicks me. Thank you. I appreciate that. So don't forget, you guys could definitely cash at me, and appreciate all the love and support. We out the door before fold. We will go live for the Laker game. They're going to try to sabotage the living out of me, but we going to go live for that game. So yes, look for the link. Look for my page when that game on.